It's Josh and Chantel, and this is Wake Up Classy 97, the podcast, a replay of today's full show from Thursday, August 29th. On today's show, peanut butter is a liquid. I'm teaching our son how to drive a manual transmission. Chantel had to turn the heat on in her car this morning. The UBU photo shoot. We have terrible pillows. Our daughter's friend thinks I hate her. You break it, you buy it. Cheesy romance. And we're going to sample all the fair foods. Thanks for listening to the show. You can catch it live weekday mornings from 6 to 10. It's Wake Up Classy 97, the podcast. Enjoy today's show. It's Classy 97, and it's Josh and Chantel.
It's Classy 97.
And it's Thursday, and it's kind of our Friday because the long weekend starts tomorrow, and so... just as a heads up, anybody listening this early to the show, you're not going to hear what day it is tomorrow.
Oh.
So I'll try and touch a little bit on what's going on tomorrow and the weekend for Labor Day. But for today, it is more herbs, less salt.
Oh.
Because low salt doesn't mean flavorless. Find some healthy new recipes or make an old recipe healthier by substituting some of the salt for more flavorful herbs. Unless you're Chantel, in which case, use the salt.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's not what my doctor told me to do. I need more sodium. So I'm not going to adhere to those rules.
But you
today.
should still, you can, there are people that go completely without seasonings.
Yes.
Get some herbs, man.
Yeah. Get some flavors.
It's lemon juice day. There's another flavor.
Oh.
A zesty, tangy twist.
I just read, well, I haven't read it, but I was going to read it. That you're supposed to, if you toss half a lemon in your dishwasher, it can kill bacteria and help with lime scale buildup.
Well.
On National Lemon Juice Day.
Lemon can help with lime?
Yeah.
Don't tell the people that make Sprite. What? Too early?
No.
Oh, okay. My fault.
Too lame.
It's International Day Against Nuclear Tests. I mean, I would rather they test than just go throwing stuff around, but I don't know, whatever. Maybe it's a historic day. Individual Rights Day. It's important that people have their own rights. It's Pottery's Bottle Oven Day.
What?
Yeah, that's what it says.
But what is it?
But
what is it?
twere. A way that they would make pottery back in the early days.
What's it called?
Pottery ovens is what they're called.
Well,
but the day is Pottery's Bottle Oven Day.
What's a bottle oven, though?
So we could actually take a trip about an hour outside of East Idaho. You can head west, and there is a whole line of these pottery bottle ovens.
Really?
Not all of them in great shape, but they have been marked as a historic landmark. And you can visit them. Old Native American pottery bottle ovens.
I had no idea.
Mm-hmm.
Where are these?
Out toward Birch Creek area.
Oh.
Which we went and visited. Out toward Mackay, Idaho.
Okay.
Yeah, out in the middle of nowhere.
Cool. We should go take a visit.
There's a cool monument out there. Let's see. What else is happening? Oh, it's Chop Suey Day.
There's a song about that.
There is a song about chop suey. Let's see. For tomorrow's National College Colors Day.
Ooh.
It's Toasted Marshmallow Day.
Ooh.
And it is Whale Shark Day. Also National Slinky Day and Frankenstein Day.
Frankenstein. That's a little early, buddy.
Sure. Saturday, it's all about cosplay. It's International Cosplay Day. It's also National Zoo Awareness Day. And there's a bunch of other stuff to do. That's
it's
Saturday.
also Chantel Goes to See Hamilton.
There you go.
Woo.
All right. Sunday is Pet Rock Day and Waddle Day.
What?
Waddle? I don't think it's with T's. So it's a celebration in Australia. Waddle Day. Something about flowers. Monday is Labor Day. It's also Pierce Your Ears Day and Mouth Guard Day.
Mouth guard? What does mouth guard get a whole day?
Now you know. And coconuts, too. Same day. Mouth guards and coconuts. That's Monday.
Okay.
And then we'll be back on Tuesday to tell you all the days.
For sure. For surezies.
For sure. Good morning.
Good morning. here is a controversial question for you.
Why is it controversial?
Because there's a lot of people that disagree.
Oh, that's how controversy works, I think.
Yeah, it is.
All right, talk to me. What's up?
The TSA.
Yes, the people that you have to go through when you take a flight.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
They tweeted, peanut butter is a liquid.
Oh.
That has been viewed more than 20 million times in the last few days, and people are really running away with it.
All right.
There are people that are like, peanut butter is not a liquid,
Well,
clearly.
Okay. Look, there are sort of 3 states of matter. Is that correct? Would you agree?
How are you're getting nerdy on us?
Only slightly.
Okay, here we go. Go for
the
it.
3 states of liquid. Solid, or of matter. Solid.
Liquid.
Gas. Peanut butter is not a gas.
It's not a gas.
Peanut butter is not a solid.
See, I would.
It's not a solid.
I feel like it's more of a solid than it is a liquid.
No, it's way more liquid than solid. This is solid. 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 I'm more liquid. I'm less liquid than peanut butter, but I'm not a solid.
Okay.
Okay.
There was some nerdy internet people who pointed out that technically peanut butter is not a liquid. It's a non-Newtonian fluid.
Okay, fluid.
Yeah.
Fine. The point is, they're not, like, TSA's not wrong here.
Okay.
And they have to categorize things like peanut butter all the time. They're going to tell you the same thing about cookie butter. They're going to tell you the same thing about Nutella. They're going to tell you... they're going to tell you the same thing about toothpaste.
What about, they said, okay, hold on. They said there is a subset of non-Newtonian fluids called Bingham plastics, and toothpaste and mayonnaise are also Bingham plastics.
Why is mayonnaise any different than peanut butter?
That's peanut butter, toothpaste, and mayonnaise. These are all part of these subsets.
Those all feel the same.
Yeah, they are.
And they have to do that for safety reasons, right? You're only allowed to bring so much of any one thing onto the airplane.
So if you do want to carry your peanut butter on a plane, it has to be 3.4 ounces or less.
Correct.
Somebody commented back on the TSA tweet and said, "This is why no one likes you."
No, that's rude.
I think that's rude too. Don't be mean to the TSA. They're just
kidding.
doing their jobs. They're just keeping everybody safe.
Right. Plus, I've never, you were afraid of that woman.
Oh.
But I was never like she doesn't like me and I don't like her either. What an inconvenience this has caused for me pre-flight. No, I'm glad you're there. I'm glad you're doing what you're doing. Thanks. I appreciate it. I know it's a pain to go through the gates, but maybe show up earlier and you won't be so stressed. Sounds like a passenger problem to me.
If you're fine with peanut butter, 3.4 ounces or less.
Thanks for the info.
Google looked into the top questions people ask about their birth order.
As in, is the oldest person better than the rest?
Wrong.
No, I didn't ask you because I already knew your answer. You're not Google. I want the real truth.
Do you want to start with the oldest, the middle, or the youngest?
Let's start with the baby,
youngest, because
the baby.
We always have to go first.
All right, go ahead.
The youngest?
Sure.
These are the top 3 questions
that the youngest sibling asks.
Not necessarily the youngest one asks, but that are asked about the youngest.
All right.
Why is the youngest child the favorite? Because we're so cute.
Because I'm the
baby. It's lovable. Why is the youngest child always spoiled? Because we're so cute.
You don't need to provide the same answer to every one of them, but go ahead.
Why does the youngest child get away with everything?
Yeah.
I think this one is just because parents are like, I'm done. I give up. I've given up. I'm tired of parenting.
Well.
Next, do you want middle child? And then we'll do oldest?
Yep, that sounds good.
Why is the middle child always hated?
Is the middle child hated?
I don't think so. Why is the middle child always forgotten?
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Why is the middle child always left out? Oh.
Okay, these are sad
Middle
things for the middle
child.
child. And now the old one.
Now
Why
the
is the
oldest.
oldest one responsible for everything?
No.
Why is the old one always get in trouble
Why
first?
is the oldest child the shortest?
What? That's not true. Go ahead
That's
next.
not true in my family either.
Right?
Why does the oldest child get blamed for everything?
There's one.
Why is being the oldest so hard?
It is hard.
Get out of here. Why is it hard?
It's just, you wouldn't understand.
I wouldn't understand.
Yeah. Old siblings, first siblings, we get it. And you'll never get it. And that's fine.
I never will. Because
you're the baby.
yeah, I know. When we're the best. If you're the baby,
See,
high five to you.
It's statements like that.
Like what?
See, because we're the best. Oh,
You know it's true.
no.
Yeah, you
No.
do. No, you do.
No.
What would you ask Google about your being the oldest child?
I would just ask Google, why are you the way that you are? Has anybody tried Googling that? Why are you the way you are?
Who, Google?
Yeah.
I'll ask right now.
And what? You're going to get a weird answer.
Okay, here we go. It brings up a bunch of office clips.
Oh, you should ask the Google Assistant
What's the Google Assistant?
on your phone.
Oh. Why?
Are you the way that you are? That's the answer. But you'll have to talk to it. We'll see what it says.
Okay, we'll see.
All right.
We'll see.
That's what I would ask Google. Hey, Google, are you the oldest sibling?
No.
Do you have siblings?
I bet Google is the oldest sibling.
You
'Cause
think?
She gets a little snarky at me sometimes.
Yeah, probably. Because you're the baby.
Get over yourself.
I'm over it. I've been over it for a long time. Thanks, though. I believe you and I participated in this charity last year, but I'm not for sure. Let me tell you about this group. Back in 2005, there's a bike enthusiast called Keith Oberg
Okay.
from Rockville, Maryland, and Keith founded a charity called Bikes for the World, and his vision was to take discarded and donated bikes and deliver them to help mostly rural people in developing nations, allowing them to get around for work, school, even medical appointments.
I've heard of this before.
Right.
Yes.
I hadn't heard about this until last year or the year before, whatever it was, and we had some old bikes, and so we said, let's, we're not using these things. This is a great cause. And they take these bikes and they clean them up and they make sure they've got good tires, and they make sure the gears are all working right, and then they ship them off all over the world.
Yeah.
They send bikes to the Philippines, El Salvador, Barbados, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Madagascar, Rwanda, and other places as well. And along the way, thousands of volunteers, including but not limited to Olympic gold medal swimmer Katie Ledecky, have helped with the mission.
Okay.
Bikes for the World today is going strong. It celebrated bike number 200,000.
Really?
Yeah, it might have been one we donated. I don't know.
That's pretty cool.
But bike number 200,000. Keith, the founder, he said, a bike is a simple machine, but it's also a powerful tool for personal and community empowerment.
Yeah, it is.
Cool mission these guys have. And I'm sure if you want to find out more information about them, you can visit their website. Let me see what it is. Bikes for the World. And their website is bikesfortheworld.org. And you can donate bikes. You can get involved. You can kind of learn more about it. But, Costa Rica.
Well, and
They've
the
donated bikes
that
to
we
Costa Rica.
donated, they take all kinds. It doesn't matter what condition your bike is
Correct.
in. They take whatever they can get and they refurbish them.
Right. And
'Cause
we're
we
talking
had some
about
pretty nasty bikes.
and any size and recumbents. And I think they even do some stuff with wheelchairs, but I would double check on that. But yep, they have hit 200,000 bikes donated, and they estimate 800,000 lives have been improved by those bikes. So
that's great.
Pretty awesome. Pretty good group. It's good news to get you going. Back in 2021, that's a couple of years ago anyway, the New York Times reported that only about 1% of cars that were produced for sale in the United States had manual transmissions.
Okay.
Only 1%.
That's not very many.
No, it is not.
What happened to all those cars?
Well, listen, back in 1980, it was about 35% of cars that were manual transmissions. So even then, it wasn't, it was way more for sure, but it was a lot less. I think what happened is people got real lazy about driving.
Okay.
It's work to drive a manual transmission.
It's not that much work.
You can't be on your phone.
No.
You can't be jibber jabbering. Like
you can jibber jabber
eventually after you get used to it. But it's like they also said about 18% of Americans even know how to drive a manual transmission. And I'm sure that goes down every single year.
I think so.
96% of Americans own and drive automatic vehicles.
96%?
96% of Americans own and drive automatic vehicles.
That's huge.
I know.
I'm really surprised by that number.
It may mean 96% of American drivers own and drive an automatic vehicle, but 96% of Americans own and drive an automatic vehicle.
I'm surprised by that number. That's much larger than I thought it would be.
Even in like the state of Idaho is one of the highest per capita vehicle states. Like there's more cars to people in the state of Idaho.
Well, I read a study once that said that manual transmissions are often less stolen vehicles because people do not know how to drive them.
That would be absolutely correct. Yeah, I mean, even just trying to figure out how to start it. Like you can't, I know how to hotwire a car. Good for you. Hotwire a manual transmission. Good luck. Like
you've had some experience teaching
this is true.
Me and now Beck how to drive a manual transmission.
The first truck I had was a manual transmission truck. Motorcycles in my late teens. And then, as I got to select a vehicle, my 1991 Toyota Camry was very cool. Had automatic seat belts, manual roll-down manual roll-down windows, and was a manual transmission car. Love driving a manual transmission. There's something special about it. You're connected with the vehicle. Our son, Beck, has purchased a vehicle that is a manual transmission because he wants that driving experience. And I'm like, yes, I'm all for it.
He mostly just loves that car. And
Well,
that
he
was
really
the
likes
only
his car.
option.
No, he specifically sought out a manual transmission.
Did he? Okay,
because
I didn't know
he
that.
wants that driving experience. It's way cooler to drive a manual transmission, especially in a car like what he's looking at, a sporty car. So last night, he gets done with work, and we went out and drove the manual transmission because he wants to get used to it. He wants to feel how it works so that when he gets into traffic, he doesn't like stall every time he gets to a red light. So we spent a good hour or so last night just driving the manual transmission. And he did great. He's getting better and better and better.
Good.
And the more you practice it, the more you like get that concept down.
Yeah, true with anything.
Yeah.
The more you practice, the better you get.
For sure. But he'll get it figured out really quick.
You taught me how to drive a manual early 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about right.
And you had like
same car, that same 1991 Toyota Camry. I missed that car. I really enjoyed that car.
But you had this, you're like, you got to give it some gas and some clutch.
It's the same way that I teach you how to snowboard.
Clutch.
You got to give it some toe. You got to give it some heel. You got to give it some toe.
And you're a very patient teacher, but I could not listen to you say, you got to give it some gas and some clutch. One more time. I couldn't even listen to you say that one more time. I was like, if you don't stop talking about the gas and the clutch, I'm going to throw you through the windshield.
Well, that's everything you need to know about how to drive with Chantel, even in an automatic. If you tell her how to do something, she'll throw you through the windshield.
That's not true.
Oh, it's not?
It's only when I get frustrated. Just don't frustrate me.
So anytime you tell Chantel how to drive, there's a risk you're going to end up going through the windshield. You just never know.
Good job teaching.
Thanks.
Teaching me and Beck.
He's learning.
It's been
good.
a lot of years since I've driven one, so I kind of want to drive it just to see if I can still remember.
It's a good time. It's a lot of fun. It comes back that quick.
Does it?
It really does. Yeah. Now that you understand how the ebb and flows of clutch and gas work, yeah, It's like driving a manual.
Just stay away from the hills.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I don't do that.
You avoid roads with hills?
Yes,
What
yes.
if you just ended up on one?
Well,
I guess you just have to deal with it, huh?
they're fine unless you have to stop on them.
Yeah.
And
what
then
if
you're
that
like,
happened?
ooh.
Yeah.
No, I would just park it and say, somebody come help.
You would park it. I'm done.
I'm done.
I can't do it.
This morning, I got in my car
Yeah.
and I went, ooh, it's a little chilly in here.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at the temperature, and the temperature in my car said 51 degrees. And I said, I am not going to turn on my car heater. That seems ridiculous. It's only the end of August. I'm not turning on my car heater. I have seat warmers. And so I said, well, I'm going to turn on my seat warmers because that'll keep me a little bit warm.
Yeah.
Sometimes I turn my seat warmers on even when it's not cold just because it helps my back.
Okay.
Because I'm old.
Okay.
So I turned on my seat warmer, and then I got maybe a block away from the house, and I went, no, this isn't enough. So I turned on the heat in my car this morning. I'm not happy about doing that.
I've been running my heat all week.
Have you?
In the morning.
Have you really?
Yeah, because I'm wearing shorts. It's a little brisk.
Yeah, there's a little nip
and it
in the
takes a
air.
little edge off. It's nice. I'm not worried about it. I'm not too good to use the heat. That's what it's there for.
I know, but I just delay the inevitable. I really hate being cold.
Yeah.
So I suffered all the way to work all week because it's been a little bit chilly in the morning. But I gave in today.
Yeah,
It's
I'm not
too
worried
much.
about it. I use the heat when I'm chilly. I don't even give it a second thought. I go, it's a little chilly. I turn on the heat. It's
A little
good.
chilly.
Yeah. I'm not worried about it. If it's a little warm, I'll turn on some air. Sometimes I feel like I get too cold with the air conditioning, but it's too hot to run the heat.
Yeah.
But then if you turn off the air gets thick and like clammy.
Yes.
I hate that.
I do too.
So I don't know. I need a mid setting. One that is not so cold, but also not dry, gross, thick air. You know?
Wait, let's keep a tabs on the first day that we have to scrape the windshield.
No, let's not even talk about that. What are you doing?
Well, because it's coming, Josh. Like, we know. I just
know.
said it's inevitable. Like, we live here. This is what we do.
I was at a part of town yesterday that I don't go to very often. Trees were turning yellow.
No.
Yep.
It's not even September.
I know. Tell the trees. Tell them to put the brakes on it.
Also, if the trees are already changing colors, we got to get out there and take some family photos.
Okay.
Because we always miss it. Every year I go,
fall photos?
We got to go take some fall photos. And we're always too late.
We only take fall photos. That we're never like, let's go take spring photos.
You're right.
Let's go out in the snow and take winter photos.
No, we have done that. Our last photos were winter photos because we missed the fall photos. So
you're saying you want fall photos?
Yeah.
Again?
We haven't had them in a long time.
Last year.
No,
but they
we
were
didn't.
winter photos because we missed the fall. That's what you just said.
Yeah. They
Okay.
weren't fall photos.
Family
they were winter.
photo shoot. Are we going to do an outfit thing?
You know, there was one year, I haven't been like super strict on like matching clothes or getting a color theme. There are families that are super strict about that. I haven't been that way. But I tried to match a little bit. We try to match a little, like we coordinate a little bit. Except last year or maybe the year before, I said,
when we went downtown?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't care. Just wear whatever makes you feel comfortable.
Right.
Wear whatever you feel good in. Wear whatever you want. And that was kind of the best photo shoot we've ever had.
Right.
Because everybody felt relaxed and comfortable and it was easy breezy.
Are you onto something here?
I'm onto something.
Yeah. The what would you call it? The UBU? The UBU photo shoot.
You're welcome, moms. Hey, I was going to bed last night.
Yeah.
And I looked at our pillows. We have some sad, pathetic
I hate the pillows we have.
We need some new pillows.
I don't like them at
I don't
all.
like them either. And I also feel like we just bought those pillows.
Nah, it's been a minute.
No, it's been How often are you supposed to replace your pillows?
Oh,
Look that up.
good question. Good question.
Because we've had terrible pillows for a long time. Not just these pillows, but every pillow we've ever had.
You replace your pillows every 1 to 2 years, and I guarantee we're at least that.
We're probably, we are at least that. Time to get new pillows.
So I'm looking here. I pulled up some stuff because I wanted to find out. People are talking about what's the best pillow that you've ever had.
Okay.
And so this person said, I'm looking for something higher loft, not too soft, but not so stiff that it hurts my ears to lay my big head on it all night. All right. And this person said, you should look at the latex pillows that have a shredded interior. Interesting.
That is interesting.
Let's see. Yeah, these shredded pillows. People talking about these. These are shredded pillows. I gotta find out about these. What's shredded in here?
I don't know.
Shredded latex pillow. Yeah, they're real expensive. How much you want to spend for one pillow?
I don't know. How much are those?
Want to guess?
$60.
$90 for a pillow.
For one pillow?
That's right.
But how good is it going to be? I'm telling you.
You want the king size pillow, the big one, $104.
Holy moly.
For one pillow. We need 4.
I just hate.
I'm not spending $100
we don't need
or
4.
$400. Yes,
we
do.
just need 2.
No. Look, what's the deal when you go to a hotel and you lay down?
Yeah.
And I've convinced myself it's the duvet. Because we do not have a duvet. We have like a quilt thing. And I think that duvet adds a little something.
Okay.
The mattress, for some reason, is great.
I don't always like the mattress, but the pillows are always amazing.
But the pillows are always good.
How do they keep their pillows so lofty?
They buy them in bulk. And they replace them way more often than 1 to 2 years.
We got to contact somebody that runs a hotel.
What we need to do is find out when we go to a hotel and we really like the pillow, we need to say, excuse me, can I buy 4 of those?
That sounds like such an old person thing to do.
Yeah?
Our kids would lose their minds if they were with us and we did that. Excuse me, can I ask you about the pillows here?
I'm trying to find out if you can buy pillows from hotels. There are companies. You can actually buy. 4 Seasons sells their pillows.
Do they?
Yeah. Marriott sells their pillows. Hotel Quality Comfort. Buy luxury hotel bedding from Marriott Hotels. You can indeed buy hotel pillows.
New pillows?
Yeah.
Or are they used?
No, new.
That's a valid question.
It says most hotels buy pillows from American Hotel Supply or Guest Supply. You can buy those pillows.
Let's buy some of their pillows.
I gotta find out.
How much are those pillows?
$400. I don't know. I haven't looked. We don't need to sit and talk while I shop online. I can look it up later, and we'll find the pillows.
Okay.
But we definitely need some new pillows for sure.
Yeah, I tried to fluff mine up. They just went flat the second I put it back on the bed.
I know.
They're awful. Emery's friend thinks you hate her.
Okay, I heard about this last night, and I didn't even realize this was a thing. Emery had a friend over. They were talking, and we were going to order some pizza for dinner because it's easy, whatever. And I said, what kind of pizza am I ordering? What kind of pizza do you guys like? She said she was lactose intolerant, and I said, oh, have you been tested? Because my own curiosity, our son sometimes is a bit hypochondriac.
Yes.
And he said, I'm lactose intolerant. I don't feel good whenever I drink milk. So he quit drinking milk. It was a whole thing. Never got tested, just self-proclaimed that he was lactose intolerant. So when she said, oh, I'm lactose intolerant, I went, oh, have you been tested? Not because I was like, I don't believe you, which is what she thinks I was saying. I was curious what that testing was like so I could tell Beck, let's go get this test.
So she tells Emery, I don't think your dad likes me.
And I think she's great. I like her friend.
And I'm like, what? Dad likes everyone. There's no one Dad doesn't like. Even people that are mean. He's like, oh, well, there's something good about that person. I'm like, no, we hate that person. But she says, my friend thinks you hate her because you didn't believe her. Or she thinks you didn't believe her.
Yeah, because I asked a follow-up question instead of being like, oh, really? I said, oh, have you been tested? Because I was curious what that process was like. I mean, do they like give you milk and watch and see what happens? Like, I don't know. Like, how does that work? So I was curious. But anyway, that is interesting.
You're going to have to make good. You're going to have, the next time you see her, you're going to have to say, hey, I believe you.
Or I'll just say, hey, prove to me.
Ow.
Prove it. Drink this milk and let's see what happens. I'm just going to watch. Here you go. Drink up. Nope. And I'll hit the bottom of the cup. All of it.
Keep going.
Come on. There you go. All right.
Yeah.
What happens now?
She'll never come back to our
I know.
house.
I feel bad that she thinks that I don't like her. That's a weird thing to not like somebody about it. She's lactose intolerant.
What
I
I
can't
think
stand
is funny is I said, well, what does she think that I think about her? And she goes, oh, she really likes you. And she knows that you like her. And I went, yes, winning in the parent game this time.
Maybe I'll just call her lactose.
Oh, sad.
She comes around. What's up, lactose?
And then she'll think you're making fun of her because maybe
Right.
she's got
a thing about being
about her
lactose
feet.
intolerant. Oh,
No.
that she lacks toes?
Yes.
This is a bad joke.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, that's two of them.
That is coming out next weekend. I had the date. Hang on. September 6th. So, yeah, next weekend. That movie comes out.
Yes.
It's the sequel to
Yeah,
Beetlejuice.
the second which I'm excited for.
I'm
I think it looks
really
good.
excited for it.
You like Michael Keaton? I think Michael Keaton's
Michael
great.
Keaton is the best.
He's a great
He's so
Batman.
good.
He's a great Beetlejuice. He's
the
the
best
only
Batman.
Beetlejuice. I'm glad that he's back. Did you see there was a picture of Catherine at
O'Hara?
the red carpet event?
No.
You got to see it.
I love her. So Winona Ryder was so wanting to do another sequel that she wrote into the contract. She's in Stranger Things.
Yes.
She wrote into her Stranger Things contract that if Tim Burton decided to do a Beetlejuice sequel, that she would be guaranteed the time off to
Really?
film that.
That's
Yes.
fantastic.
So
Good
she
for her.
wrote that in her sequel for Stranger Things.
Into her contract, yeah.
Now, a lot of people are like, where's Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis? Why aren't they in the sequel? I thought the same thing because they're
Okay.
such a huge part of the first movie. Tim Burton said, well, really, like I didn't want to just add them in just to add them in. And the story that I had in mind didn't necessarily involve their characters. And so I didn't want to just put them there to put them there. So he has a plot or a storyline in the new movie about how their characters
Oh, okay.
found
So
a
we'll get a little bit
loophole.
of closure.
Yes. So
All
they
right.
they have their little storyline in the
Good.
next movie. So we'll find out what happened to them, but they're not going to be in the movie.
So if you look up the Beetlejuice red carpet, and this was at the Venice Film Festival, where they premiered the movie. And Catherine is stunning. Like the dress she's wearing
amazing.
is unreal. Like it looks very Tim Burton. I don't know. It looks like it's made of Venom. That character,
Venom?
Yeah, Venom from the Marvel character. Like it's very,
Okay.
it's very cool. And Jenna
It looks
Ortega
like
looks great. That
Her
red dress,
looks like
silly string.
or it looks like the film from cassette tapes.
Okay, yeah, all just everywhere. Yeah, it's very cool. And then of course, Demi looks great, and Michael looks handsome. He's got all black. He went all black. Black tie, black shirt, black jacket.
Michael Keaton.
Which I think is kind of
just
cool.
love
So
Michael Keaton.
yeah. Anyway, Catherine O'Hara, her dress is like the coolest thing. When I saw the picture of that, and it's like the top, it looks like it's like fighting.
Cassette tape.
It
film.
does. It looks like cassette tape. Yeah, you're right. It's a great explanation of what it looks like. But anyway, I'm excited. And that movie's out next weekend.
September 6th.
Let's go.
We will be going.
I know. I'm so excited. I've been waiting for this one ever since they first started like teasing that they were even filming it. So I think it's going to be really good.
There are parents who are changing their lives, so to speak, the quote unquote. Their words. our lives are changing because they are starting to serve their families dinner as early as 3:45 in the afternoon.
That's a after-school snack.
Well, and so that was the problem. They found that kids were often starving, famished when they came home after school. And so they would feed them snacks, and then they would want more snacks, and then they would want more snacks. And so they were just gorging on snacks to the point where when it came time for dinner, they were not hungry enough to eat dinner.
Yeah.
So parents were saying, I'm going to feed you dinner now. And then after dinner, 6, 7 o'clock, then we can have a snack, and then it'll be time for bed.
I'm not mad about that.
And they're saying it has worked wonders. The kids are eating their dinner. They're also eating their snack. And then they're going to bed with full tummies, and there's not a lot of wasted food.
Okay.
I know. I think it's kind of smart.
I think what would also work is limiting the variety and quantity of snack.
Yes.
If you're doing a healthier snack, or you're doing, if you're stopping, you're going, I'm having a whole bowl of cereal or two, or, something crazy like that. Like you're overdoing it as a snack after school. Been there. I did it for years.
I know.
For years, I'd get home from school and be like, I'm having cereal.
What was was that your after school snack of choice?
Like Captain Crunch. So good.
I like to have chips and salsa. That was my go-to. Or
as an after-school snack?
Yes.
Okay.
Or cinnamon toast.
A lot of cinnamon toast. I did the cinnamon tortilla thing where you spread the butter on it, and then you sprinkle the sugar cinnamon, and you microwave it, and then you roll it up.
Okay.
I did a lot of those.
I didn't.
That
wasn't my jam.
A bunch of those.
Cinnamon toast, though. Ooh.
I think mine was faster to make. And
how?
It's delicious little roll-up of cinnamon.
How is it faster to make?
I bet I could make my cinnamon roll tortilla in half the time it takes to make a toast.
Okay.
And when you only have time between commercials before Saved by the Bell comes back on, that's valuable time.
It was a rerun of Saved by the Bell usually anyway.
It doesn't matter.
It didn't matter. I still watched it.
That's all I did.
Oh, I know this one.
Saved by the Bell, cinnamon tortilla. That's after school.
This is the one where Jessie gets mad at what's her character's name? Her boyfriend's character's name. AC.
AC
This
Slater?
is the one where Jessie gets mad at AC Slater. I've seen this one.
She's always mad at Slater. What are you talking about? Yeah. Oh, this is the one where Kelly and Zach have a fallout. Oh, weird.
I can't miss it.
Oh, no.
Gotta get my cinnamon toast crunch.
Must-see TV, they called it. Cinnamon toast or cinnamon roll-up or too many bowls of cereal.
Chips and salsa.
I never did that. I did chips with cheese sometimes.
Yeah.
With the Rotel on there.
Yeah, I've done that.
That was pretty tasty, but not very often. That takes too much time. And we had to grate the cheese ourselves. We had the whole brick. So you had to have a long break if you were going to shred cheese on top
and then you'd
of
have
chips.
to put it on hold and then watch a show and then wait for the next commercial break, right? I'm going to ask this question on Facebook.
The community?
Yeah. What was your go-to after school snack?
Good. Yeah, good question.
I want to know.
Well, go ask it.
I'm asking right now.
On Facebook, Classy 97 Community, you can chime in. Good morning.
I was just reading some of these cheesy relationship gestures, but that sometimes people secretly love.
Like
coming home to a room filled with roses.
Is that a thing? Is that something you would enjoy?
No, because I feel like I would look at that and go, how much money did you spend on this?
Okay.
And also, I like flowers, but I don't need a room full of flowers.
Okay.
So that's not necessarily
there's certain things where I see and I go, is that something that you, my wife, would actually enjoy me doing? Like, it's beyond, it's nice, it's the thought that counts, whatever. You're being romantic, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Is that something where if you walked into the house and there was, rose petals and candles and stuff, you'd be like, whoa, like you'd be taken aback and be like, this is big, powerful moment.
I kind of would, actually.
Crud. I was really hoping that went a different way.
I know, but here's some smaller ones that I also think, like, okay, I kind of would like that. Kissing in the rain.
That sounds cold.
having a dance sesh in the living room.
We do that all the time.
Yeah, we do.
Between there and the kitchen. And mostly just to embarrass the kids.
But it's mostly me who initiates it. So you should take the lead on that one time.
You're right. I never dance around, ever. I just mope. I just mope from room to room. There's no joy.
Giving each other cutesy nicknames. We have nicknames for each other. They're not necessarily cutesy. Mine is Turkey Nubbins.
What? Yeah. That's old. Like, you went way into the archives.
I did. This is one I like. Walking to a house where you have music on and dinner cooking. I'll never get sick of that.
I do that often.
I know.
And you walk home, get home, walk in the door, and you're like, "Hey, everybody!" And I'm standing there sweating over a stove. No, I enjoy cooking. I really like it.
How can I help? And you say, "Oh, nothing." And I go, "Okay, great. I'm going to disappear."
Do you know the hardest part for me is trying to figure out like what music I want to listen to while I'm cooking, because I like for it to sort of accompany the meal.
Yeah, you do. And I just listen to what I like to listen to.
Yeah, I don't care for that. Like when you're making like a breakfast and you got like punk rock, like easy. It's early. Like let's get some slower, Saturday morning music going a little bit.
No, it's getting me pumped up.
There are also songs I hear and I go, oh no, she's in a cleaning mode.
That hasn't happened in a while.
That's fine. I don't miss it. It's all good. I don't need cleaning playlist Chantel.
All right, here's some other cheesy things. Leaving random love notes.
No.
I haven't had that. Nobody's ever done that.
Whatever.
And bringing us breakfast in bed, which
I'm not a fan.
I don't like that either, actually, because I think it's weird to eat in bed. It's weird.
Breakfast? You think it's weird to eat breakfast in bed? You sure don't mind snacking.
That's different.
Yeah.
I'm not going to have a full meal in bed, but some crackers.
But a handful of stuff that leaves crumbs on the bed, that sign me up. A bowl of ice cream?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
But not a meal.
No,
how
gross.
Weird. I could never. Well, I apparently need to up my romantic gesture game. So
I wouldn't be opposed.
I'll be working on that, I guess.
19 years. Sometimes the romance feels like it's dead.
Oh, it is not. And no, it does not. I turned my hat backwards. Isn't that enough? It's Josh and Chantel.
Have you ever been in a store where there's signs that say, you break it, you buy it?
I've seen that, yeah.
And that makes me so nervous.
It does?
Because I'm clumsy. And I have to hold my purse really close to my body because I go, what if I accidentally bend over and then I
swing
stand
it
up?
And it falls and I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's always like the most expensive of things.
Well, it doesn't matter what it is. It's more than you wanted to spend at any given moment on something that's broken and garbage.
Yes. Have you ever had to pay for something that your kids have broken?
No, but that was kind of what I was thinking. I think those signs exist to force parents to pay attention to their kids when they're in a shop that has fragile items. I don't know that there's a bunch of like adults running around haphazardly smashing things that they were like, this has got to come to an end. I think it's people bringing in their little kids, and little kids are curious, and they look with their hands. And how many times as a kid were you told, look with your eyes, not your hands?
Yes.
All the time.
Constantly.
And you're like, but I want to know if that's heavy.
And that makes me want to touch
about it
more.
Right. And so that probably is what those signs were invented for, I would think. And so, you worrying about it as an adult woman is nice. It's considerate, and you should be cautious. But I don't think the sign's there for you.
There was a family at a museum in Israel, and
that's a different animal.
There was a 4-year-old boy who saw a jar, a 3,500-year-old jar.
Oh, man.
And he was curious to see what was in the jar. And so he tapped on the lid.
And a genie came out.
He pulled on it slightly to look, which caused the jug to fall off the pedestal and shatter.
Yeah.
3,500 years old.
That's a priceless item.
The museum is being cool about it. They're like, you don't have to pay. Like, what we love about our museum is that you can get up really close to our pieces. That's like a special charm about our museum. We want people to be able to get up close to our artifacts and check them out. So it must not have been that important. I mean, it's pretty important.
You would think it would have been in a case of some kind if they were really wanting to avoid it getting touched.
Yeah, for sure.
The other thing I would say about this museum is now they have a cool story to tell. So they can just put all the pieces of that jug kind of in a pile artistically with a picture of what it looked like before. And then they can say, Billy broke it.
Compliments of Billy.
Yeah, this used to look like this, but Billy broke it.
They are going to glue it back together and say it should be finished by the weekend. And then they did invite the family to come back to the museum again once the jug is restored to take a peek at it.
Oh, if he breaks it again. What a sad tragedy that would be.
No, he's just curious.
I know he is. Yeah, I totally get it. He's 4.
Yeah.
Like, he just wanted to know what's in that jug.
What's in that jug?
What do you got in there? What do you think he thought might have been in there?
Probably mummies.
Mummies?
Mm-hmm.
There's mummies in that jug.
Mm-hmm.
It's a jug of mummies.
Mm-hmm.
No. He didn't think it had mummies in it.
Bees? Did you say bees?
Yeah.
Or beads?
Yes.
Bees?
Yes.
They did a survey. You love a good survey. Some people.
Because that's always a piece of information where you're like, school teachers did a survey.
No, I don't. They polled U.S. reality TV fans, and they split it between generations. So they had some Gen Z, millennials, Gen X, and baby boomers.
Okay.
And they said, what are your top reality shows that you like to watch?
And?
Number 5.
Yeah.
90 Day Fiancé.
No. Have you seen that guy? What's his name?
I don't know.
What is his name?
I don't even know what that show is.
Yes, you do.
Do I?
Yes, you do.
I mean, I can assume the premise based on the title.
What is this guy's name? I've got to see. I'm looking him up.
Okay.
Yeah, his name's Big Ed. Of course, his name is Big Ed.
Yes.
You know Big Ed.
I do. I don't know him, but I have seen him.
Big Ed took over the internet. That's the only reason I know that show is because of Big Ed.
Was he a contestant on this show?
Yes, he was somehow involved in that show. Yeah.
Okay. Does he have a fiance?
I don't know.
Is
Number
he
4.
Okay. Number 4 is Catfish. It's from MTV.
Yeah, so they took the premise of catfishing to a whole different level and turned it into like a reality show, which we
were in San Diego, it was I think I remember I couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
And it was the only thing on their cable TV.
Yeah.
So I watched an episode and I was like, oh, this is interesting.
Oh. Yeah, Catfish, the TV show. I was trying to see when this thing started, but it was kind of interesting. I think the idea of investigating whether or not someone was a catfish would be interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, they actually did this in the UK. Of course they did. And they've done it in Brazil as well.
Oh, because once it's popular somewhere, somebody else has to steal the idea.
It was probably popular in the UK first.
Probably. Number 3, Family Feud.
Now, does that count?
Why? Why wouldn't it? It's a reality show.
The game show?
Yeah, it's a game show. It's reality.
Okay, I guess, but that feels like outside of the reality TV genre. That's a game show.
Again, this was something we watched while we were on vacation when we were watching Hotel Vacation TV.
Vacation TV. Yeah.
Number 2, American Idol.
Oh, okay. Again, we're blending lines. It's a competition show, so it should count.
Yeah.
But it's a singing competition talent show, not reality TV, in my opinion. Look, I'm just saying. Go ahead. Number 1.
You're getting all worked up. Do you want to take a guess?
No.
At the number 1 favorite reality
because
TV show?
I would say in the spirit of competition, it should be something like Survivor, or Amazing Race.
Survivor
or
is on
something
the
like
list,
that.
but it's down a little bit further.
Yeah.
The number one show is America's Got Talent.
Yeah, see, again, that's not reality TV. That's a competition of talent. That's its own category.
Judge Judy was also on this list. Now, when Beck was first born,
Yes.
we had one channel. We had one cable channel.
Yes.
We were very poor. We
As
had one
you
channel.
are when
And-
you have a brand new baby.
And I would sit on the couch and I would feed Beck, my newborn baby.
Yep.
And we didn't have any air conditioning and it was hot.
Yep.
And we would
And
be
you'd
sweating.
watching Judge
and I'd watch
Judy.
Judge Judy. And I'd be like, oh my gosh, Josh.
I would get home from work and you would tell me the crazy Judge Judy stories. This woman, and like play by play, like it was
all I had in my life.
I understand.
during that time.
I know. I know. How was your day? I can't wait to tell you about Gladys. She got in trouble.
She sued her neighbor.
Yeah.
I love Judge Judy just because, man, it made those long newborn days feel exciting.
That's funny. Well, she should be on the list, I guess. But is that totally reality TV? Is it sort of scripted?
They're
don't
all
know.
scripted.
Yeah, it's made for TV, that's for sure. But okay. Well, it's been kind of a TV kind of day today.
Has it?
Yeah, with our after-school TVs
Oh, yeah, it has.
and our reality TVs and me being all hot about competitions not being counted as reality TV. It's a whole TV vibe.
Ooh, doggy. There is a new walking trend.
What is it?
It's called rucking.
Okay, hold on. This the word ruck reminds me of rucksack, which was like the bandana on a pole.
Okay.
That you saw in movies and cartoons where they were like, I'm moving out. I got kicked out of the house. I put all my belongings in a can of tuna fish in a bandana and tied it to a stick, and I'm walking away. A rucksack.
I don't know why they're calling this, but it is simply just walking with weight on your body, weight on your back, typically.
Yeah, it's because it's a rucksack thing. So, yeah,
Okay.
beyond the stick thing, rucksack is basically a backpack.
Yeah,
It's
so
it's a
all
military
it
term
is
for
a weighted
backpack.
backpack or a rucksack.
Yeah.
And all you do is just start walking with weight on your back.
Yeah.
They say,
you know what I call that?
What?
School.
Yeah.
it's a school backpack.
Just walking through a hallway.
It's just going to school.
They are saying it's a low impact exercise that is pretty much based on military training.
Yep.
And they say it's pretty low impact, but the rewards are pretty substantial.
Yeah, for sure. Walking in general is good for your health, good for your heart, good for your oxygen intake. Walking is good.
Yes.
But doing it with a little weight, that's just advanced walking. It's walking 2.0.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they didn't want to just call it that. So
Yeah, I
they
know.
wanted to give it a cool
Rucking.
name.
I don't like the name.
I don't like
They
the name
could have done
either.
better.
They could have done better. Walking 2.0.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll just call it that.
Yeah, I like it. At least that's a better start than rucking. They got to have a better. They got to do better. Do better. Do you know what time of year it is?
I do know what time of year it is.
What time of year is it?
It is time for the fair.
That's right. Eastern Idaho State Fair kicking off this weekend. As is tradition, the day before the fair starts, they kind of introduce all the new fair foods. So later on this morning and into this afternoon, you and I are going to be on the grounds of the fair. We will be sampling a lot of different foods.
Yes.
I got a whole list of all these new entrees that they're doing. Yeah.
Okay.
I think some of these are going to be really interesting. Some of the best new entrees, and we'll talk about some of the best new desserts you can look forward to seeing at the fair. All your favorites are back, of course, but best new entree from BJ's Bayou, Cajun cheesy fries.
Oh.
That sounds nice.
That sounds nice.
Mama and Papa Leo's, they've got a pickle pizza.
Ooh.
This is fair food. This sounds fair food.
I'm excited to try it. I don't think that I'm going to love that one.
It sounds interesting, though. La Casita Mexican food has flamin' flautas.
Ooh.
Sounds like they're putting some of that red hot in there from the flamin' Cheetos and stuff.
Okay.
That's okay.
Okay.
Camille's Crepes has chicken cordon bleu that's new this year. There is from the Black Hawk Barbecue Pit, they have the Black Hawk Beast. I bet that thing's going to be big.
Loaded.
It's going to be huge and full of meat. Big Guy's Hawaiian Barbecue has a sweet Hawaiian pork that's new. Chop and Crab Shack has a Krabby Patty melt that's new. Krabby Patty! La Casita Mexican Food also has a gourmet stuffed nacho bites.
Yum.
Let's go. And Mexican Crazy Corn has a lime crazy stick. And Between the Buns has a best new entree, Surf and Turf.
Okay.
So that's the new entrees. There are new sweet treats as well, including cheese curds with caramel sauce. There is
cheese curds and caramel sauce.
A raspberry cream cheese brownie. Oh, that one's not new. New sweet. Peachy Keen from Camille's Crepes. Sweet Temptations has a Devil's Delight.
Okay.
That sounds pretty good. Yeah. Best new sweet from Creamy Creations as well. Strawberry butter cake. Okay.
Listen. Before I was on the radio, and you were just on the radio,
yes,
you would tell me, it's media day at the fair.
Yes.
We get to go taste the foods. And I'd be so jealous. And you would send me pictures all day long of, here's
delicious
what I'm trying
food.
next. And I'd be like, I hate you.
You don't have to be
and
mad.
now I get to go.
I know. So today is the day. Follow us on socials, Classy97 KLCE. We'll post photos and videos and things from this event so you can get a little taste of what's to come at the fair. What does it look like? I don't know. We're going to find out.
We're going to find out.
Yeah, we'll share it with you, though, at Classy97 KLCE on Instagram and Facebook and everywhere else.
Would you rather have a pet dinosaur or a pet dragon?
Boy.
Dinosaur.
I'm taking dragon.
Why?
Why are you taking dinosaur?
Because they don't shoot fire.
You don't know that.
Dinosaurs?
You don't know that.
I'm pretty confident that they don't.
But you don't know that.
But I'm 99.9% sure that they don't. So...
But you don't know. They could have.
Why are you taking dragon?
Because they shoot fire.
Exactly.
No, not really. No. I just think I don't know. I feel like a dragon. You can have it guard your gold.
You have so much gold.
If I have a dragon, I'll also have gold. Yeah, in a castle, and it'll be in the dungeon where I keep my dragons.
Oh, you're gonna keep your dragons in the dungeon?
To guard my gold?
Bro, that's so rude.
I'll take them out every once in a while, let them stretch their wings and stuff.
Don't let them be caged.
And that's
You're
when
terrible.
someone's going to try to steal my gold, is when I take my dragon out for a flight.
I hope PETA comes for you. And they're like, bro, you can't keep your dragons in the dungeon. That's not where dragons belong.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I can't believe you.
Well, I'll also store them next to my unicorns. So, good luck. Who
do you think would win in a fight, a dragon or a unicorn?
A dragon.
Why?
Because they breathe fire.
Allegedly.
Yeah. You don't know. They might not.
It's possible.
Yeah.
They might not.
Yeah, and your dinosaur is going to be 2 inches tall, so have fun with that.
Why is he going to be 2 inches tall?
Oh, because they might have been. You don't know.
You're right. You're 100% right.
Plus, it's a pocket dinosaur. That's the best kind.
I want a pocket dinosaur.
I know. You can just carry him around, and you feed him like little leaves. Let him walk around the grass. Yeah, a little tiny roar.
Rawr.
Yeah. Would you rather this or that?
Ridiculous.
That's going to do it for us.
That is going to do it for us. And this has been our Friday.
Yeah.
Because we are off until Tuesday.
Which will be our Monday.
4-day weekend.
Yeah. Hopefully you get a little bit of a break on your weekend.
Yeah.
Enjoy the Labor Day holiday. The whole point is to not work. So hopefully that works out for you. And you get to have a Labor Day weekend. And then we'll be back in the studio on Tuesday. Now, if you're like, what am I going to do without Wake Up Classy 97 and Josh and Chantel? I can't. How? What am I going to do? Listen.
They get my day starting off right.
That's right. You can listen to Wake Up Classy 97, the podcast, to fill your time in the morning, for one. For two, you can listen to it anytime. So if you're like, hey, I want to hear that show at lunchtime, fine. Listen, you're going to be cooking. You want to throw on the podcast while you're doing some grilling?
Oh.
Cool. Do it. You can listen anytime
If
on
you're
demand.
going to go take a walk,
Yeah.
put us on the podcast.
And if you're saying to yourself, I don't have 4 hours, I can't listen to 4 hours, you don't have to.
No, you don't.
Because what we do is we take the entirety of the show and all the music and stuff we take out. So you just get the show parts.
Magic.
And it's about 45 minutes to an hour long.
Yeah.
And you get the whole day's show.
It's magic.
And it's free.
The way you do that.
Yeah,
it's
it is.
totally free.
It's a lot of work is what it is. It's not magic. It's work. It's work that I do.
It's magic to me.
Yeah. Well, you can sit over here and do it one day, and then you'll go, no, it's not magic. It's work. Anyway, we appreciate if you listen live while we're doing the show every day. That's awesome. Great. Thank you for being a part of it. If you want to listen on demand, we love you just as much, and you can totally do that too. Everywhere you get podcasts. So if you are an iPhone person, look us up in Apple Podcasts. If you're a Spotify person, we're on Spotify. If you listen on Pocket Casts, we're there too. We're on Amazon Podcasts. We're everywhere you get podcasts, you can get Wake Up Classy 97. That's creepy when you do it that way. But yeah, listen to the show. Have a great Labor Day weekend.
Yes.
We're excited to have a couple of days off here, and we'll be back on Tuesday.
See
Have
you then.
fun. See ya.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Wake Up Classy 97, the podcast. If you enjoy the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Wake Up Classy 97 is hosted by Josh and Chantel Tyler and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com.